Breaking news. Federal government files 7-count amended terrorism charge against ญNAMDI KANU. Details. The federal government has filed an amended 7-count amended charge against the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ญNAMDI KANU. The amended charge, which was filed by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, borders on treasonable felony and KANU's alleged involvement in acts of terrorism. The embattled IPOB leader will be rearrayed before trial Justice Binta Nyako on Thursday. Meanwhile, the senator representing Anambra North, Ifeanyi Ubah, on Monday filed a motion before the Federal High Court in Abuja to compel the Department of State Services (DSS) to allow him to have access to KANU in detention. In the motion of notice dated October 15, the lawmaker is seeking an order to be allowed to visit KANU, who is in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS). He prayed for an order granting him leave to visit the detained IPOB leader as part of his legislative oversight function and to ascertain his alleged involvement in the unrest in the southeast has been alleged. In an affidavit personally deposed to by Senator Ubah, the lawmaker stated that there has been serious agitation aimed at pressing home his release, and this has degenerated into a proclamation of sit-at-home orders in the region, a situation which he said was crippling the economy of the southeast. As the DSS detention facility, he was refused access to the defendant and directed to approach the court to obtain permission before he could be allowed to see KANU. KANU was first arrested in 2015 on charges bordering on terrorism, treasonable felony, managing an unlawful society, publication of defamatory matter, illegal possession of firearms, and improper importation of goods, among others. He was initially detained and arraigned in court, but he fled the country in 2017 after he was granted bail for medical reasons. The embattled IPOB leader was later cited in Israel, but he was intercepted on June 27 and repatriated to Nigeria to face the charges for which he was arrested about 4 years since he jumped bail. His repatriation followed an operation conducted by Nigerian security operatives in collaboration with international partners. On July 26, Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja, adjourned the trial of KANU until October 21, after the Department of State Services (DSS) failed to produce him in court. She faulted the action of the security outfit and asked the prosecution to be diligent with dates whenever she gives one, stressing that it was important for KANU to be present at his trial. The judge had also made an order for regimented access to the defendant, but declined the proposal of KANU's counsel that he should be transferred to a correctional center. Federal government filed 7-count amended terrorism charge against ญNAMDI KANU. ญNAMDI KANU has been seen as a terrorist. IPOB, they have been terrorizing the southeast in general. So the embattled IPOB leader will be rearrayed before trial Justice Binta Nyako on Thursday. The amended charge, which was filed by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, borders on treasonable felony and KANU's alleged involvement in acts of terrorism. ญNAMDI KANU has been involved in acts of terrorism. That is why the federal government is charging him. The Southeast have been involved. The IPOB members have been involved in many terrorism in the Southeast, causing the lives of the southeasterns, causing them to die, making them have no home. Their homes have been destroyed, offices destroyed, properties burnt down. So that is terrorism. And the federal government is saying that he is a terrorist. That if he's not a terrorist, this thing will not be going on in the southeast. But meanwhile, Senator Uba, who is representing Anambra North in the Guba national in the election that is coming up November 6, 2021, said and is appealing that he wants to have access to ＮNAMDI KANU in detention because this will help him in his election. This will help him in Southeast before he wins the election. He's saying that ＮNAMDI KANU, who has been in the custody of the DSS for a while now, he wants to see him. In the motion of notice dated October 15, the lawmaker is seeking an order to be allowed to visit NNAMDI KANU in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS. He prayed for an order granting him leave to visit the detained IPOB leader as part of his legislative oversight function and to ascertain his alleged involvement in the unrest in the southeast has been alleged. So one of the reasons why he wants to see NNAMDI KANU, the IPOB leader, is that for him to ascertain his alleged involvement in the unrest that is going on in the southeast, whether he is part of the people, whether he is the one giving the order for that or is just being alleged for that, as been alleged. So, but Senator Uba was not given the chance to see NNAMDI KANU. They asked him to go to the courts to obtain permission from the courts before he could be allowed to see KANU. Recall that KANU was first arrested in 2015 on charges bordering on terrorism, treasonable felony, managing on an unlawful society, publication of defamatory matter, illegal possession of firearms, and improper importation of goods, among others. But while in 2017, he fled away from the country and ran away because after he was granted bail for medical reasons. He was later apprehended in Israel in 2017. In June 27. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Do have a good day and God bless you.